Number 7. So today I will be talking about something very important, which is the core of programming. So if statements, yeah, if statements. So what are if statements? If statements are a block of code which, let's say you ask, if this is true, run the block of code. And then if this is false, don't run anything. So this is the core of programming because it's all around if statements, programming, and all around if statements. And I also made this Arduino color sensor. At the end of the video, I'm gonna play the video I took with my phone at the end of the video because stay tuned for the Arduino series because at the end of the Arduino series we're gonna do the color sensor. So yeah, so now open your Python. Sorry, open your Python ideally. If you didn't already install Python, go check my first video. So open that, and now my computer is getting really slow because I'm downloading a lot of Python files, doing a lot of these projects. So when you come to this page, actually want to click File and then New File, and then close that one. So what's the difference between this window and the other window I just closed? Well, this window, you choose when you want to run it, okay? Let me show you what's the difference. Let me run Python shell, that was the one. And then let me put the same exact code, and let's see, okay? Print, and then I'm gonna put hello, and then I'm gonna print world, okay? So it's a print hello world. So let me copy this, and then paste it in here. Oops. Close that. That's not the window I wanted to open. And then look at this. It's not gonna work. Alright guys, see, it gives you multiple statements while combining a single statement. So it wants you to give you one line at a time. That's not what you want. If you start doing big codes, that's not what you want, okay? So you have to do this basically. Take this and then do this and then take the other one and then paste it in here. And then that's what it does. That's not what we want, okay? And if this, I think you have to run it with F5 on Windows. So customize, no, it's run module F5 right here. Or you can just click this. But I click F5 most of the time. And then this one I'm going to call it if statements.py. Save that. And then right here, hello world. And then just move this a little so, no, not this. Move this a little more. There we go. Why is that Y here? We just make it bigger. There we go. The PY is right here. And why does this open this new window? Well, just to output what you wanted to output. And I forgot to put on my mic. Great. Oh my god, the audio must have been so bad. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm gonna plug in my mic right now. I just realized now. I forgot my mic. Oh. Alright. Plugging in it now. Alright, I plugged it in. So now the audio must have been like 3 times better. So yeah. Now let's get into the real deal. So if statements and indentation. So how do you do if statements? So in Python it is if and then put whatever you want. So if 3 is less than 1, which is false, so it's not gonna run what's in here. So then you put a colon, and that colon, what it does, it indents by 4 spaces. 4 spaces. 4 spaces. And then 4 spaces, what's in those 4 spaces, what's indented by 4 spaces is the block of code that's gonna run if the if statement is true, but now it's not gonna run anything because it's false. Let's type in if that's true, right? We already know it's false. And then put 3 is less than 1, and then nothing's gonna happen. So run that. Obviously nothing happened because 3 is not less than 1. So how about if you put 3 is greater than 1? Alright guys? 3 is greater than 1. Oh, whoops, I forgot to change it. 3 is greater than 1. And then it's gonna change. 3 is greater than 1, right guys? So that's if statements and indentation. And then you can put whatever you want right here. You can put even input, where we did input, and that's crazy, bro. You can do bunches of games with them, but one game I have in mind is Hangman. So let's say you want user input, and if that user input is equal to something, do something else, right, guys? So let's call it user, and that's gonna be equal to input, and then it's gonna be equal to what is the secret word, and then if user, actually let me just call it word because that's much more descriptive. Word is equal to, right? Double equal, not one, because that's a big difference. If you put one equal, it assigns a variable to something. If you put two equals, it compares the first variable to the second variable, or the first argument to second argument. All right. So if word is equal to, and then let's put the secret word is gonna be potato. Alright guys, potato. So let me just put this, and then whoops. You got it. The secret word was potato. Word was potato. Alright. And then what is the secret word? Potato. And then you got it, the secret was potato. But let me show you something, okay? So what if I do this and then I get it wrong? Obviously I'm gonna get it wrong, I don't know. Bana. Nothing's gonna happen, alright? It's not gonna tell me it was wrong. It's just gonna stop, alright? It's not gonna continue asking me what is the secret word. And that we are going to do in a future video, right? I think it's gonna be like, should be like next video. And it's a big video, next video. Okay, so stay tuned for that. It's not gonna take long, what? 2 days later, I think? Maybe tomorrow if I have time. So yeah. It's going to be while loops and for loops. And what's the difference between them? Comparing them, when to use them, how to use them, and it's crazy stuff. Okay, so stay tuned for that. Let me just advance. I keep moving back. Okay, so now let's do a hangman game. Okay, let's do a hangman game. And it's kind of hard to do a hangman game without for loops. So we're gonna try, okay? We're gonna try with what we know, with our language. Let's say I'm putting myself in your place with what you know, okay? So let's do something, okay? So let's ask them a bunch of times, okay? How about that? Maybe not. Actually, how are we gonna do a hangman game? Okay, actually, let's not do a hangman game for a loop. So let's say remove that. And then this, I'm gonna remove this between here and remove this. And this one is gonna be, did I get something? Oh, okay. Let me just, okay, it already is. Question 1 is equal to enter your favorite food. And then put a space so that when they answer, it's not directly stuck to there. Oh, whoopsies, I forgot to put input. And then a space, whoops, okay. And then question 2, let me just copy this. Paste question 2. Input, enter your favorite car, right? Enter your favorite car. And then, if, oh yeah, so let's say if the length, okay, this is a new function, it's called len, which means it's short for length. So if the length of the string is so it just calculates the length of the string. So let me just do something before to show you what it does. So we're learning as we go, okay guys? So and then length question 1, length question 2, right guys? So it's gonna print the length of both. So what is your favorite food? I think it's like hot dogs. Hot dogs. So your favorite car? It should be like a Volvo. A Volvo. Whoops. And then okay, didn't print it. Let me print it myself. Print this. print myself, print. There we go. Then, it's your favorite food, and then this is, let me change it to hamburger, and then this one, Ferrari. And so it did print the length of the foods, right? So let's count with us, okay? This is 9. So hamburger is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then this is 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's what it does. It's pretty simple function. And then you can use it in if statements. You can use everything in if statements. It's crazy. Let's say you can compare two words. If this word is longer than the other, do something, right? So that was what I was gonna do. But I was like, why would you compare car to a food? So I was like, brain.exe has stopped working. Okay, so yeah. So now let's compare. Okay, so let's go. So let's question 1 is equal to, what could it be? What could we say? Okay. Oh wait, I forgot to put input. And then here we could ask, what word do you want to know the length? Yeah, we can ask that. And then put this, colon, space. And then here, let's put in if statements. If question 1, oh wait, if length of the question 1 is very true. Forgot that. Question 1 is greater than 4. So if question 1, the length of the question mark, how long the word is greater than, if the word is longer than 4, do print the word is longer than 4. Alright, guys? Very simple stuff. The word is longer than 4. And then F5, what word do you want to know the length? And then the word is longer than 4. So this is the first word that came to mind, okay? That's longer than 4. So the word is longer than 4. Let's retry that with a word that's 3 characters long. Car. Nothing happens because it is not longer than 4. And now, let me run this again. And how about, what happens if it is 4 characters long? Nothing, because it's not, 4 is not greater than 4. It's equal to 4. So yeah, now let's talk about else statements. So if you have an if statement, you can have without an else statement. But if you have an else statement, there must be an if statement before that, because if statement, if this happens, do this. If that doesn't happen, which is the else statement, do this. So basically, if the first if statement is not, let me just show you, okay, guys? So else, just else, because everything else other than the first thing. So let's just print, take this, and then the word. Someone calling me, okay? Ignore that, and then the word is shorter than 4, okay? Because that's what it's gonna do, okay? So that's how you do it. Statement. What word do you want to know the length? Car. The word is shorter than 4, because, right, guys? And what if you want to know if the word is equal to 4? That is called elif. It's else and if put in one word, elif. And so yeah, I thought the same thing. The word is very weird, and that's how I remembered it. So elif, and by the way, else statement doesn't have anything that it needs, because it's just everything else. Everything else, yeah. And then elif is the same thing as if, but else than if. Okay, guys. So the only thing that's not shorter than 4 and that's not longer than 4 is equal to 4. So elif length question 1 greater than, no, is equal. Sorry guys, I forgot what we're doing. To 4, print the word is equal to 4. Oops. To 4. What word do you want to know the length? Banana. The word is longer than 4. And then let's rerun this. And by the way, with while loops, you can like make it keep asking you the questions instead of rerunning this. So stay tuned for next video. I'm probably gonna talk about while loops or for loops, one of the two. But I think I'm gonna start with while loops first. So now, what word do you want to know the length? Car, right? The word is shorter than 4, and then let's put a word that is equal to 4, which is word. Word is a word equal to 4. The word is equal to 4. So congratulations, you just made your first if statement or game. You can make a game. So I think that next video with the while loops, we could do hangman, because we can take the user input. Whoopsies. Take the user input, which is what we need, right? Because we're asking the user for a word. Take the user input, put if statements, right? And then while loop. So keep asking the same questions. What's the word? No, it's what's the character, right, guys? So after the next video, or yeah, so I think tomorrow. No, I mean next video I'm gonna do while loop, and after that I'm gonna do for loop, and after that I'm gonna do the hangman game, and I'm gonna show you guys how to do it step by step, explaining every step, yeah, every step of it. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Also, this is not the end of the video, but it's close to the end, because I'm gonna show you a project I made in Arduino. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe, like, share if you like the videos, dislike if you didn't. Enjoy them. Yeah. Thanks guys for watching.